Hello to one and all. Hey, Sister Ruby. Thank you so much for understanding. First and foremost, I want to say that um, it means a great deal to me. I do. I appreciate you so much, Sister Ruby. You're always so wise. You have no idea how much I appreciate wisdom, and I don't care where it comes from. It's extremely valuable, not just to me, but to others. It's priceless, sis. And so I hope everything going along and good for you as we head towards Thanksgiving, child. Oof, I'm ready. I'm ready. I can tell you about this. I met a young lady. She in her 30s, and I've been working with her daughter a little bit. She's younger. The daughter is 14, but she's pregnant right now. But anyway, so I had purchased some things I purchased all the things for the baby shower and everything. And, I just thought it would be a good surprise and kind of help the mom and the daughter to kind of have a upside to a very sad situation. So the little girl says, and her mom was standing right there. She said, "It's a waste of money because no one's going to come. We really don't have anyone who would come like that, right?" And she was just so sad. And the 14-year-old, she then said, like, we don't even have somewhere to go for Thanksgiving. We don't even have anybody who even come see us on Thanksgiving. And that thing, sis, it did something to me hearing a child say that, and her mom really couldn't say nothing. She just kept saying, "Well, if we do it and send the invitations, then everybody will come." But I understand why uh, no one really deals with the mom or anything like that. And it's not because of the children, it's because of her and just the lifestyle she's living right now. So I'm kind of grappling with, and I'm a holidays person, you know that. Um, should I invite them for Thanksgiving and just kind of focus on giving this 14-year-old, some sense of holidays appreciation? I don't know, but that's the first thing I thought about when I mentioned Thanksgiving to you. Again, it then put me in the mind of, that's a great thing to do for fellowship in the fellowship halls, not just be handing out meals, but set it up, as a family. Invite families to come who may not have families to go to, or they may be from out of town and stuff, and just really don't have anyone to connect with uh, for Thanksgiving. I wish I could, just, clear out the fellowship hall, rent a bunch of sofas and love seats from, anywhere. I could, and, get some music, line dance music, and, everybody bring some, even the people you invite, and they may have the favorite dish they like, and or they know how to cook really well, and that's what I would turn fellowship hall into. Because one year, um, I host a Thanksgiving dinner uh, at the house, and at that time, the house was 5,000 square feet on the lake. And honey, I opened that invitation to anyone and everyone, um, strangers and all, strangers, classmates. I found a family. They lived on base at the time, and I was on base that particular day, grocery shopping. And the girl said, "You buying a lot of food?" And I said, "Yeah, we getting ready for Thanksgiving. We're going down to our house." And I said, "What y'all doing for Thanksgiving?" She was like, we ain't doing that. We don't have nowhere to go." I said, "Here, take this address down and y'all get gas. All you gotta worry about, get you some gas, get down there You can stay with us. You won't have to worry about nothing." Honey, they came with their children. It was just so many people in the house, and it was just a constant feeling of love, constantly love. One of my brothers, he came into town, and honey, he was cooking up seafood and everything. I mean, we were there for 7 days, and just so many people were just seeing how they felt and what they were doing, while they were there. And as they were leaving, it just makes me happy, when you can bring people together and just really, really, really letting them feel the power of love. And you don't have to know someone to show them love and compassion and create beautiful memories with them. But honey, they came from everywhere. I told them all you need is gas. If you can get there with gas, I'll make sure you get back home with no problem. I'll make sure you have, gas and snacks and, food money and everything. Just get there and I'll get you back home. But I'm trying not to cry. I'm I miss that. I miss that. Um, mm, Give me a minute. Be right back. Honey, I had to step away because it was just a flood of um looking at how drastically life has changed and um missing being able to serve in a very intimate way to people to, make a difference. And I do deem it a form of ministry, you know. But I haven't done stuff like that in a minute for a reason. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So much was going on. Um, getting ready to get divorced, and it was a lot, and so I couldn't do it. So I miss doing it, and maybe I'll be up to it, next year. You know, because I'm notorious. If I want to go somewhere, I don't have to have a place there necessarily. Child, I rent a whole house, and bring everybody there. I've done it before, for Mother's Day. And I used to do a Mother's Day event, the weekend of Mother's Day. And again, invite strangers if you have kids, if you have grandkids, did you have plans for Mother's Day? And all they had to do was get there. They didn't have to bring anything, pay for anything. They only had one rule: you're not allowed to talk about your spouse, and you are not allowed to talk about your children while you're at the celebration and stuff. Just it's 100% about you as a woman and a mother, grandmother, um, guardian. And it was always a very good time. Again, in the mall, asking people, you have something to do for Mother's Day. So where you going? Gas stations. And I find them, girl. But I don't know if I'm gonna invite this baby and her family, and you know, I don't know. I'll pray on it. I'll pray on it. And if the Lord says do it, I will. I will. Um, like I said, I thank you for understanding, Sister Ruby, about my decision and what I've dealt with and encountered. And I tell you, being a loving person, it is rare in this world. I'm talking about just show up fully, not a little bit, but show up, mind, body, spirit, heart, um, and be present. It's tough, it's rare, and I'm one of those people. And I'm also very resilient. And there's limitations to everything. And he went too far. Doing all of this before he even started the Pathway to Hospice program, something had happened. And so me and the boys had communicated back and forth about what was going on with him. I was the primary contact, of course, because I'm there with him. And I kept noticing that there was always some kind of confusion. Like it, and it was pressure cooking, last minute changing things, provide things, squandering them, wasting my money, wasting my time, all of this confusion. And I initially processed it as he's just ungrateful, he's just being misogynistic and selfish. And this is strange because there was a spiritual element to it, and I kept picking it up, and I couldn't, the Lord wouldn't let me ignore it. And I kept being reminded God is not the author of confusion. So if I'm operating from the position of being loving, upright, honest, integral, then where is the confusion coming from? I knew it was coming from somebody. It's either the boys talking counter to what I'm doing, providing and taking care of, but I could never see it as my dad. And I just kept noticing, and I had to tell him at some point, like, I can't afford for you to keep wasting my money like this and wasting my time because everything I'm doing for you, it doesn't seem to be working, and everything keep falling apart, and it's not making sense. I've never seen anything like this. I've never experienced anything like this, right? And so it came so gentle, just one word, deception. One word, deception. And of course, I didn't tell him, but I'm thinking to myself, okay, I need to be paying attention for signs of deception or double-mindedness. So I initially processed the deception as he's just throwing me under the bus to the boys, speaking ill of me to the boys. This is messed up. This is divisive. Everybody know I do not like division. I have a problem with it. Um, And then it dawned on me what this was really about. I'm sitting there thinking, oh, he just treat me like this because he think women are entitled to take care of men and be at their whim and, take care of them when they get old and stuff. And the males don't do anything for them. And the Lord had checked me. That ain't it. That's not it. It's like going to the eye doctor and they use those little things and they change and be like, one, two, and you tell them which one better. Then they do another one, one, two, one, two, and it's changing your sight each time. You're able to see blurry or better or close to it. So it's like that's what happened. He showed me it wasn't even about me, what he was doing. He was sabotaging deliberately and being deceptive, going to them, complaining and everything because he wanted their attention. Typically, them boys don't answer no phone for him, and I'm talking about they can go 6, 7 months and never talk to him. It don't bother them. It just don't. They can go years and never visit him. It don't bother them. If I don't bring or have that with me, they're not gonna see him. That doesn't bother them. Okay. He wanted their attention so bad, he was sabotaging everything I was doing to get their attention. Like, oh, she's not helping. I'm gonna need y'all to step in and help. He wanted their attention, and he found the situation advantageous to get their attention and for them to care because it bothers him. It seem like they don't care. And then I had to remember, like, that makes sense. I accepted that truth. And then I had to think about something. They have every right to feel the way they do. They have every right to do what they're doing. Let me give you an example. So, as you know, the holidays come and everybody ship gifts, send gifts. I don't care where I'm going. Where I'm at, I can always purchase stuff on Amazon, different places, and they ship it rapid for me and get it there, a day or two before Christmas every year. You get what I'm saying? So I've always made sure my nephews, nieces, everybody get, beautiful gifts and stuff. And that's just how I've always been before my mom passed away. I've just always been that way. A new baby born. All I can say is Oh, baby, I have no limit. I go crazy. Anyway, anyway, so some Christmas days years back, someone, my dad decided to reach out to someone, and he didn't call, he didn't text, he didn't send text calls to anyone to say Merry Christmas. Nobody. He didn't. Nobody. But what he did do, he reached out to someone via Cash App. So he sent a Cash App request for money and didn't tell the kids, the adult, nobody Merry Christmas, but he reaching out Christmas Day asking for money. That's just the kind of person that he is, even though there has been we went ahead and pulled up bank statements. I had them to, I decided for that specific year dad was with me. I had them to pull up them darn accounts for them. I mean the sheets, the bank accounts transactions for those 14 months. And honey, he cleared easily almost $80,000 in 1 year, tax free. People just going to the ATM every day, dropping him off money before we even start our work day or business day. He is cleared before. I mean, it's cold outside. It's dark. It's still dark in the morning. Snow, ice on the road, whatever. We taking care of it. He got the money either my husband's gonna go over there. I'm going over there, or my brother going over there to make sure he has his $200, $300 a day. Where's all that money? Because the rent is being paid, your food being paid for. You understand? Everything you want and need. You never pay no co-pays for anything. It's taken care of. Where's the money? Where's the that this is the thing people don't think about. He didn't even have a reason to touch the life insurance money my mom left for him. And she left him a whole lot of money. Like the lady, she said, as usual, she handled business, boss business. You hear what I'm saying? I got a lot of ways like my mom. She made boss babe moves, hard moves. And he didn't know about it. That's what she was smart at. She didn't let him know about it, which she had already put in place to make sure he was good. And so he had no reason to touch the life insurance money. He has, received almost $80,000 tax free. He ain't paying for nothing. He coasting. He got a car, brand new car he can drive. He ain't got to pay on that. He ain't got to pay the insurance. I mean, the little 200, 250, 300 you get, yeah, you can put some, you know what I'm saying? You can put some gas in your car. You get what I'm saying? That ain't nothing. And we're making sure, you want to go to the mall, you want to go out of town, you want to go see some friends. I mean, go ahead. Just our thing was enjoy your latter years. Just enjoy yourself, and enjoy your grandkids. But that's just one example of his character. So there's no reason for him to be creating all of this sabotage and, creating full emergencies and stuff for attention. There wasn't any reason for that, but he did it anyway. And that's just how manipulative he was, selfish. He do things that get him jammed up, and then everybody's supposed to, oh, you poor thing, and I mean, I did that, and clearly. It wasn't appreciated, sis. It wasn't appreciated. I look at stuff like all of, all of my mom's stuff, everything, even mom. Yeah, 'cause she right here in my house. Nobody, they didn't want her urn. It was too upsetting. I asked Dad, and, oh no, you keep her with you. All of Mom's stuff that was valuable, that she wanted, passed along, all of those sermons and book drafts she had written and stuff like that, all of those studies and research she completed over the years. Nobody wanted them. I have them. I've had to slowly for surely, publish them under a pen name. Um, that's I was left to deal with and take care of Mom. And for Mom, I don't have no problem doing it. You know what I'm saying? If you did anything for her, you gave her a darn Chick-fil-A sandwich, honey, she is going to act like you just gave her 10 carat uh diamond something. You know what I'm saying? Because she was just so grateful. Not him. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It just, you know what I'm saying? Just unappreciative. Um, and I had to learn too. I kind of dealt with that too with my ex, and it's true. You do marry your dad. Um, just so unappreciative, but everything he does, you supposed to, jump out of a plane, and get the ticker tape parade going, get the cymbals, get the drums, get everything. You know what I'm saying? It's a big deal. But if you do something, then it's like, oh, that's not enough. I want more. Oh, that's not. Oh, you've been cooking and running your business. That's not enough. I want breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, I got stuff to do. Well, I do stuff for you. So it was always time consuming because they want the entire world, your world, not everybody else's world, your world to gravitate around them. And no appreciation for those things that are priceless. You cannot get anywhere. You can't get from anyone else. Um, that's just that's just how they are as a person. And that goes back to character, not profession, not money, not title, not role, not age. It goes back to their character, and that's because it's spiritual for them. If they're not completely committed and humble to God, honey, get your behind from around there. 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 Honey, I don't care how silver his tongue may be with the eloquence of speech. Get your behind from around there, gal. I mean, just like I said, honey. And so, as women, I also had to own, my role in all of this is not being conscious and operating in an aired perception of acts of love and compassion. Also, operating in an aired place of thinking that I'm supposed to sacrifice to the capacity of Christ. I mean, even Jesus had a way when a problem when you use and abuse him. He don't keep sitting there playing with you. Things get mighty quiet. You see, there's consequences. So the Bible never told us to be Christ. He said be Christ-like, not immortal and inhuman, like you're jogging out or a machine, or you're not. You're a living soul and living in the earth realm. And he understands what goes along with that. But even God get angry. Now, if you can't get angry, then you trying to do something God don't even do. So I have to own the role of operating in a false understanding of love, commitment, and devotion to someone. So not just someone, but people that I love and care about. That's why a lot of people are like, "Oh, why aren't you dating? Why haven't you commit to anyone? Like you're dating all of these guys, but you don't let nobody stay around longer than 90 days. Like you just don't." And I mean, it's just because like I'm not willing to do that type of commitment no more. Like I don't offer that. Like I mean, I have this little boy, and I feel so bad because I don't know what to say to this child. And yeah, I keep calling him a child because he is not much older than my children. Like, I can admit that he's literally 30. Literally, he's a kid to me, right? And he just won't go away. Like, he is persistent. Like, I just make up ridiculous stuff, to make up and just say to him, so he'll just be like, "Oh no, she crazy. Like, she ain't gonna play in my face like that." Like, I mean, one day he come texted me like, "Just tell me one thing you want and I give it to you." And I was like, "I want $3,500. Yeah, I want $3,500." He texts back and said, "Can you meet me somewhere and I give it to you?" Like, are you stupid? Like, and I told him I was, I was playing with you. I wasn't, serious, but I mean, especially I barely answer your text because I'm like, Lord, if I ignore him enough, he'll go away. I've been telling him, do you want me to help you find a girlfriend? Like, and he like, no, I don't, like, boy, you're young. Like, it's not good to be dealing with somebody almost 20 years older than you. Like, that's I can't be your mom. Like, I don't know what you want. And I try different things to kind of just uh politely, push him off. And I'm telling him I help you find a girlfriend. Um, I go somewhere with you and I can help you look for women. Like, I'm telling him places nice women are at around his age group, different organizations he should join for social life. And he's like, that's not what I want to do. Like, I want to hang out with you. No, boy. I think the next move is for me to just bust out and tell him, like, I want $5,000. Yeah, that's what I want you to give me, $5,000. And I mean, he literally said, all I got to do is go to the bank to get $3,500 out, and then I can meet you somewhere and give it to you. What? Thank God I am delivered, honey. Because when I was young, I can't lie, I was racking up some money. And I don't even believe, and they were clear, she's not gonna sleep with me. Like, I'm not gonna get nothing from her, but that's just how they were, but I'm not 19, 20 anymore. I'm almost 50. I having signs of menopause. Child, did I tell y'all about the hot flashes? Girl, listen, I've been having, some little signs that I'm getting older, right? Like, can you imagine the horror I felt when I found gray hair in my brows one morning? I was doing my brows. I wanted to cry. But anyway, so, other little things are, manifesting to let me know, girl, you got to punch the clock. But anyway, I was in here one Saturday and I was cleaning. And all of a sudden, honey, I felt a heat I've never felt in my life. My face was wet. My neck was wet. My upper part of my chest was wet. And honey, I'm looking at the thermostat on my phone and I'm like, let me turn it down. Honey, I had my air down to 62 degrees, honey. And then I was like, well, maybe the phone app for the thermostat not connecting. Honey, I ran to that darn thermostat and it said 62. And I was like, it's broke. I'm gonna have to call somebody to come out here. It should still be in warranty. And at this point, I am fanning with a magazine. And I'm like, my God, why am I hot and sweating for no reason? I'm looking at the stove. I'm checking the ceiling fans. And then I was like, yeah, let me call Home Depot and tell them my ceiling fan's not working. Baby, it came so quick. And all of a sudden it came to me, you're having a hot flash. And I'm sitting there like, no, no, I'm not. I'm not old enough for that, right? And then all of a sudden, I stopped feeling hot from the inside. It's hard to describe a hot flash, right? It didn't last all day. I'll say it was a good 30 minutes, but it sure felt like a good 30 hours. Honey, I was in here sweating so bad I ended up washing my hair that night. And I have a lot of hair, honey. So my hair is shoulder blade length. I don't mess with my hair. I go to the hair salon because I'm not tussling with all that hair, right? So I ended up washing it because I don't like my hair sweaty. But anyway, next day come, I decided I'm gonna have an in the bed quiet day. No electronics, just watch TV, chill out. So I'm in the bed and I done start sweating again. OMG. And I'm like, another one? Uh-uh, uh-uh, uh-uh. I called my aunt and she was like, you're gonna have to cut out sugar, you're gonna have to cut out caffeine because that's what's triggering it early for you. Get rid of it. All of it. Your little tea you drinking, all of it, get rid of it. Honey, I've gotten rid of them. I haven't had another one since, but I'm talking candidly about it because I feel like women hide menopause like they feel like it's a scarlet letter. It's not. It's a part of the aging process for us as women. Um, there are a lot of upsides to menopause that we don't discuss publicly and openly. I would not discuss them within this video, but research if you would like to the the pros of what happened for ladies when they get when they're in menopause. Okay, it's not as bad as you think it is. It's not you know as bad as what it seems, and I think for a lot of women they start believing that they're no longer um, able, men are no longer attracted to them or they're not as appealing. And, you know, all the men are looking at younger women and all this stuff. Didn't I just tell you a 30-year-old boy won't get out my face? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. And he's not budging. I mean, I don't know what to do with this child, but before you even think about it, no, I'm not taking that boy money. Uh-uh. I might have to, maybe he'll be hurt enough. Like she took my money and she won't even answer the phone for me no more. Well, maybe that might be. I didn't think about that. I wouldn't spend it. I would probably just give it to charity or buy Christmas gifts for kids. I wouldn't think to keep it. I would feel too guilty. But that might be the solution. Hmm. Well, I'll take any solution at this time to get this child going on about his business because I mean I don't even want to talk about it. But Yeah, it's not. I think women are harder on themselves than they should be when it comes to aging and things happening for you and with you. And I just think sometimes that as women, we're very critical of ourselves because society it's so critical of us as women, especially Black women. So that's that. So that's my video for today. I'm about to go in here and get this barbecue chicken out of the oven. You know what? I've been sticking in different food to see how it tastes. Organic deal. Honey, I added that darn deal to the barbecue chicken, to the barbecue sauce, some pepper flakes, and a few other things, honey. You talking about good. I put dill in a couple things just to trial and error to see how they taste. And I think dill, it's becoming my new flavor, like adding dill to my fish. It has been amazing. Best decision ever. Like adding it to my mango salsa. Oof, girl. Or adding it to your lemon butter that you may put on, your fish after you've seared it and grilled it. Oof. Making a lemon dill butter. What's the Gap Man saying? So outstanding. Do 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 do. Make me wanna shout. Let me get off of here, child, so I can stop worrying y'all. Have a good week, y'all. Be sure to show yourself love and love those who love you, honey. And absolutely, may God be your strength and your provision in all things. Always. Y'all have an awesome, awesome week.